feel into the unacceptance of self. It feels pretty lonely when we already feel like a lone wolf, but we don't even accept ourselves.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Orphic. My name is Alyssa. I'm an astrophysicist. I have my PhD, and I'm interested in understanding the consciousness of the universe and the spirituality of astrophysics. So I am, last week, Mikayla was like, how are you doing that? So now I'm like, oh, maybe I should add that in, how I'm doing that. Let's see, how am I doing that? Using my intuition combined with my academic knowledge to, I don't know, fill in the gaps of our understanding with spirit, and what role does spirit play, and what role do souls play in our celestial bodies and their formation and evolution and our understanding of the whole universe. That's what I want to know. So please follow me on Instagram at interdimensional.astrophysics. Thanks.
Yeah, I want to read something that I seen recently pertaining to that. See if I can find it again.
Yeah.
What's the difference between quantum physics and spirituality? One uses numbers and data, and one uses divine guidance from source, and they both explain that everything is energy and we live in a holographic reality.
Ooh, I agree.
So you're kind of like bridging those two worlds together that I feel.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Mikayla.
Hey.
And I'm on Instagram as Mariposa Moonchild, and I do empathic energy medicine and shadow alchemy. And part of my work is to activate your divine medicine and your divine journey of inner healing. And yeah, pretty simply, that's my work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Awesome. So let's ground in, and yeah.
I'm just lighting some Palo Santo.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone take a moment and close your eyes if you're able to. Take a big deep breath in. Filling your lungs all the way to the top. Pausing. Let it go. Another big breath in. Pausing at the top. And let it go. Letting go of anything negative, anything that may be weighing you down, and letting it go with the breath. One more deep breath in. Pausing. And when you're ready, let it go. Anything else that might be excess that's weighing on you. Releasing it with the breath. Just gently bring yourself back into this space.
Awesome. Okay, well, I hope everyone enjoys this part 2 episode. Hit the ground running right where we left off with my tears. And yeah, it's a nice continuation of all of the my talk about financial issues and root chakra stuff, and we do a nice little meditation clearing. And yeah, I really did feel a lot better after we recorded that episode, and I think it was very important for me to move through a lot of that stuff. And already we've gotten some really positive feedback from the first part of from the last week's episode. So if you haven't listened to that one, definitely check that out. It's very relatable, and a lot of people really felt it in their soul. So
thank you for being vulnerable in this last episode that we did in front of everyone, as well as this is kind of like a little snippet of what it's like to do like a shadow alchemy session with me. So if that's something that you feel called to or resonates, or you'd like to dive into deeper into what some of that healing work could look like for yourself with support, feel free to reach out to me via my Instagram or my email, and we can connect over a session or what my programs look like, or diving into some of that work for yourself if that's something you resonate with. But yeah, enjoy this episode. It's a really good one.
Yes. Oh yeah. And just one other thing to mention, like just kind of about the shadow alchemy stuff. It's in this episode, I really did uncover in real time unconscious things that were contributing to this whole financial thing that I didn't even realize. And I just think that's a cool testament to what can happen if you really give yourself the opportunity to, like, you know, engage in some kind of session like this. There were a few things that I didn't realize that were kind of contributing to my thought process around all this and my fears. So yes, okay. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for being here.
Are you willing to let go of limiting beliefs around your safety and stability?
Yes, I am willing.
Okay.
Just got some ear pressure.
Yeah, we're moving some stuff right now. This is an interesting episode. Are you willing to work?
Now I have pressure in my left ear.
Yep. Are you willing to work on trusting self?
Yes, and what I'm just getting now too is that, like, part of trusting myself is being more embodied, because it's like when you're doing, and that is where I struggle sometimes, because I'd rather float above.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you have to be actively participating in society, in things, to be in it.
Yep. Let me feel in. Are you willing to forgive yourself for your past debts, mistakes, whatever that's holding you back from moving into full trust here?
Yes, I am willing.
Are you willing to fully accept and embrace yourself now, exactly as you are, sitting in your parents' basement, whatever your bank account looks like, whatever you're saying online, whatever happened with academia? Are you willing to accept yourself now? And maybe if not completely now, are you willing to work on it?
Yes.
All right. Good job. We already moved some stuff there. Okay, tap on your heart. Okay. All right, we're going to do a little meditation. I don't know what's going to come up here. Close your eyes. Feet flat on the floor. Feel into making any noises or sounds, or feeling into whatever comes up with your body right now. Let's feel into our root chakra. Let's feel into that instability, that unsafety, and feel it. Feel that discomfort in the body. Feel the disappointment. Feel the grief. Feel the grief of the past opportunity not working out the way you would have liked it to. Let yourself release however you need to. If that's tears, if that's breathing, whatever. Just feel it for a second. Feel into the unacceptance of self. It feels pretty lonely when we already feel like a lone wolf, but we don't even accept ourselves. Just keep feeling into the root chakra and feel into all the feelings that are coming up right now, that discomfort in the body. Feeling into and being aware of where that's sitting in the body and how that feels. Feel into the guilt and the shame that's sitting here. All those years of shaming myself based on my external reality should be further along. I should show up in this way. I should have this amount of money. My external lifestyle should look like this as a reflection of me. If I am whole and I am complete, my external reality and experience should look like this. This belief is limiting self from this limiting belief is limiting self from truly experiencing life from a place of love. Are we able to love every piece of our experience, every piece of our reality that co-creates and affects, builds, forms the person that we are in this moment now? Still feeling into that root chakra and the discomfort that's coming up. Are we willing to release these belief patterns that are not serving us? Releasing these belief patterns that are keeping us stuck in a cycle. You can just answer to yourself and to your heart. Are we willing to let more love in to our current life circumstances and experience? Are we willing to trust? Are we willing to trust the process, our process? We are a reflection of our inner reality. And now is a time to cultivate and to connect to what it is like to build inner peace before outer peace. Inner sanctity. If I am safe within myself, if I am safe within my body, if I am safe within my spirit, I am always safe. Feeling into that root chakra, taking a deep breath in, filling your lungs, gathering all that resistance, letting it go with the breath. Let it go. Let it go. Another deep breath in, just like that, filling your lungs all the way to the top. Gathering all that resistance in the lungs, letting it go with the breath. Another deep breath in, filling the lungs all the way to the top. Gathering all that resistance, everything that's ready to be released, letting it go on the out breath. Now we've let go of the unrest, the unsafety, the instability. We open the root chakra, burning bright red. We open it. Let's feel into some grounding. Imagine those roots burning bright red, like flames, but they're roots and they're grounding down out of your root chakra. They're connected, deeply connected to your root chakra, sturdy, stable, because your spirit is strong and stable, not for any other reason except for that Alyssa is strong and stable. She's done this before. She knows what she's doing. Feeling those roots grounding down out of her root chakra and spiraling into the earth, deep, deep, deep. Little baby roots begin to form and come out, almost just like little hairs on every root, and connect deeper into the earth. It's almost like she can breathe now. She's so rooted and grounded in Mother Earth. And Mother Earth comes forward and embraces her in a deep hug. It's okay, child. You are safe in my arms. I am always here to hold you. I have always been here, and I will always be here. Anything remaining that feels restricting or tight, sending it through the root chakra down into Mother Earth, and it dissolves. With her beautiful magic, she's here to move it, to take it from you, to take the grief, the pain, the sorrow, the guilt, and the shame. You do not need to carry it anymore. So if you're willing, let it go. Now those roots are connected to Mother Earth in every single way. You feel what it feels like for your heart to beat with the mother. You feel her pulse. And you know that we are not so different. Those roots go down deeper and deeper until they reach the center of the earth and they ground in here. And we're grounding in hard. Let's dig those roots into the crystal, into the heart of Mother Gaia, rooting them deeper and deeper and deeper and really grabbing on. They will not come loose. They will stay because we are choosing that reality. We are choosing that timeline to stay grounded and rooted in. Your Mother Gaia has some fiery energy for you. Fire of transmutation. Now breathe that up your roots. Up. Any feelings of grief or shame or whatever's coming up, the discomfort, letting that fire burn through and transmute and let it dissolve into the earth. Remembering who the fuck you are. Breathing that fire up into the soil, into your roots and into your root chakra. Feel that fire burning here, glowing bright red. It expands and expands and it expands. Burning, transmuting anything and everything that you are ready to let go of here. So set your intent for what's ready to be released. Burning and glowing. Taking a few moments to just breathe into this fire in your root chakra, restabilizing you. Stability comes from within. Now moving that fire up into your sacral chakra. We're going to open your sacral chakra to be received in this fire and to move in and transmutate anything that's ready to be. And just solidifying that connection to your sacral chakra and the rest of your body. Moving that fire up into your solar plexus, allowing it to burn bright. Up into your heart chakra. Feel that fire burn as it's releasing anything that's not ready for your ideal timeline now. Moving up into the throat chakra, burning any fears, letting all the fears of accepting self, letting them burn away now. Breathing that fire up into the third eye chakra, burning anything that's not allowing you to see clearly here, calling in clarity and discernment from our guides. And moving up into the crown, burning bright. Feeling that connection go all the way up into the stars. Wrap it around a massive star, one that's meant for you. Feel its energy trickle down and support. Feel a violet water trickle down and into your nervous system, calming you. Connecting with your nervous system. Releasing the belief that I am not safe, cancel, clear, removing it, deleting it now and bringing in, I am safe in my body. And bringing in the belief and the knowing to go back to my body to cultivate safeness, back to my spirit. My spirit knows what it's doing. And she is safe. Feeling that violet water Just infuse all of your neurons in your nervous system and feeling that connection to the star nations above that are here to support you. They have not left you. You're not alone. You're not doing this alone. Telling them that you're open to receive their guidance and assistance and support. And welcoming the beings of love and appointed by God into your heart at this time. Asking to show me the way in love. Show me love through my circumstances and experiences. Feeling into your body now. Keeping your eyes closed. Just let me know how you're feeling, or if anything else, or what's coming up for you at this time when you're ready.
Yeah, I think, it kind of just emphasizes this whole theme of like with your past mistakes being reflected in financial holds and things like that. It feels like when that's the case, it feels like you don't have the power to forgive yourself on your own, and like you can only be forgiven once it's technically paid off or something. And it's like that it's just still haunting me, and it's it just kind of just that energy of like I'll only be worthy of like I'll only be able to really forgive myself for those mistakes, or really X them out of my field, like once XYZ is paid off, and just feeling like it's out of your control, and just kind of feeling like I don't have the ability to like really resolve that on my own. But I know now that that's not true. I can resolve that energy on my own. It doesn't have to be something external.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
So you can open your eyes if you want, sorry.
That's okay. I kind of like closing them.
Well, yeah, whatever feels good.
And just like when you said my spirit knows what it's doing, it wasn't a complete like re-emphasizing how like these things like it's like it's not wrong, or it's like not bad, or it's wasn't that wasn't me like um being like bad or doing something wrong. Because and what emphasized it was when you said like, oh, like Alyssa's spirit knows what it's doing. My spirit is strong, and my spirit has these strong roots, and this position that I feel myself in, like it's not, I didn't like mess up.
No,
just part
you
of the
didn't.
thing. So kind of just needing to remind myself of that. And I think, yeah, when it's intertwined in the finances, I think that's when it gets, it's hard.
Yeah.
That's when it just feels like things are not in your control. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a couple other exercises that I want to do with you. But I'm feeling into doing them after the episode, like doing them off air.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we could do that. Whatever.
Yeah. They won't take that long, but we can finish doing those. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, again, thank you for your vulnerability in this episode. I'm going to pull you a card.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then if there's anything else that's coming up on your end.
Yeah, I really do feel like I really feel like a renewed kind of remembrance that I think you definitely kind of woke something up in my soul a little bit. It reminds me of how like when Jenny does like light language and soul language stuff, she does this thing where she's like, I'm speaking to your soul. She's like, it wakes up the soul. And it almost felt like that because I think it was, kind of just forgetting that, my soul does know what it's doing. And,
fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah. And I think I just needed to be reminded of that. And and reminded that I have the ability to forgive these things. And that, really just knowing that I can feel that I don't need circumstances to technically feel like super grounded and stable.
The thing is you or anyone who's listening or anyone I'm talking to myself too. This was good for me too. You're being presented with something to move through right now. And at the end of the day, you always have the choice if you want to move through it or not. We see this all the time where, and this is not in like a judgment or a shame type of way, but people choose. They choose to stay stuck in the same patterns, or they choose the same thing, and they choose that timeline. But guess what, baby? You came here to choose your ideal timeline. And you know that, and your soul knows that. So your soul, creator, the universe, whatever it is pushing you into that timeline because that's what you want. So in order to be pushed into that timeline, what needs to be healed? What's holding us back? What's keeping us in the same patterns? What's whatever? What are the shadows? Yeah. What needs to be alchemized within us to choose a different timeline, to choose ourselves? And that's what's coming up. It's coming up for you because you can fucking do it and because you asked for it. Yeah. You said, I want to be on my ideal timeline. I want to be whatever, right? Like I want to be in my ideal timeline doing this work. I can see my ideal timeline. I know it exists, which is like, again, it's all good that you feel grief for however that's unfolding. But this is your process. So when am I ready to accept my own process, even love my own process? And if you don't right away, that's okay. But something to move towards or to feel into. And this is not spiritual bypassing. We are not skipping our other feelings that are coming up. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
you're accepting
getting
them.
A card for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was working with my mentor in the beginning, and I was just like, it felt like my whole world fell apart. Like, it was just like, what the fuck is happening? And I was just a mess. Like, I'm just like, like, what's happening? Like, I don't know what to do, blah, blah. And he's just like, if you asked for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of healing over a short period of time, it better be challenging. And I was like, holy fucking shit. I asked for this.
Yeah.
I asked for it because I asked in this lifetime for it to be quantum. I asked for the healing to be quantum, and I asked for that, but I just needed that reminder of that I asked for it. And then it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Also, for anyone that's listening, this is what it looks like to do a session with me. Kind of
Yeah,
came
I
out
was
of
gonna say.
nowhere.
Well, after this, you can, yeah, talk that up for sure.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Again, in all divine timing.
Yeah.
Um, oh, and there's another thing that I'm gonna read your cards for you. You got some good ones. But I also wanted to mention, so this is maybe some belief work or feeling into what happened there. Okay. Um, feeling into what an aligned job opportunity does look like for you. Just because it's not the dream job doesn't mean it's not aligned.
Mm. Yeah, that's true.
Is it possible there's some other things that are going to be coming up to learn or to move through before? But with that, still use your intuition and discernment to what feels good, because some things will not be aligned. And some things may be aligned, but they may not necessarily be the quote unquote dream job, but it may be a stepping stone or moving towards that. So
Yep.
part of cultivating that inner abundance is feeling into your heart space and being strong in your spirit and your heart. And also, there's some trust too. Maybe I don't know exactly what this job has coming up for me, but I do feel like maybe there is more there right now, or this is maybe something I can apply for, and weeding out, no, this is an absolute no. Maybe this is something that could work for me, or sitting down and writing out maybe. Because if we're so stuck on only one timeline or only one possibility coming through, we're not open to other ones. Is it possible there's other jobs out there that maybe are full alignment and are the dream job, but they still need to make their way to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
What does it look like to be more, to write that down and call that in, and also attune that to your stabilized root chakra?
Mm. Hmm. Okay, I like that visual.
Okay, your cards. I'm just going to read out of the little book. You have the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen.
Oh, cool. That's good for this topic.
Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card.
Oh, doors are opening. Okay.
I love these cards. Okay, I'm just going to read out of my little book for these ones. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are, and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. They're being called, you are being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted, true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day, it becomes much easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you and experiences you've been longing for that arrive at your feet. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world?
That's a good one.
Okay, Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Midas touch? Right. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It is also time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. Starseed Soul Inquiry. What would you most like to experience?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is basically the time to, I think, I guess really what I would sum up a lot of this as like, yeah, I have been in this like grief period for some way that I thought things were going to go, you know? And now I have to create the way that things are going to go now. decide how they're going to go now and kind of get out of that.
It's like my friend that said, you threw your hat over the fence, now go get it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But I think it'll be good and I can do it, obviously. And the energies always support because, you know, just there's seasons, you know, there's seasons for everything. And I think coming into these next few months, I think like, yeah, it's just also like if there's anything that I've learned, you know, just the energy shifts and you kind of get you somehow like you find the strength to do whatever it needs to, you know, nothing stays as it is forever. So I have no doubt that the tides will turn and I'll get the energy to do whatever I need to do or whatever I'm afraid to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you know, and sometimes I think these circumstances are, it's like, it's, you know, pushing us into that next phase of what's really meant for us. So it's an example like, maybe you're calling in more money and would like more money. Me too, baby. I'm working on it. But if someone like me or you win the lottery, are we going to learn our lessons or are we going to, you know, keep pursuing what's meant for us? Because like, I don't know if I would, to be honest. Like I probably would come back around to it because I'd have to, because something else would come up again. But like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And I think with these planets in retrograde right now, and this Jupiter in retrograde, we're really being called to, cultivate that inner abundance. And also, what does that mean to you individually? What does it mean to have inner abundance? And the other thing is once we build that inside of us, once we have that inner abundance, like true inner abundance, and we're able to move from that place, there is no other option than for it to ripple out into our external reality. That's Jupiter true. And all the other planets, they're moving forward again. They're going to go forward. We're just in a time. We're in a process. We're in an experience. We're just in a wave. We're in a
Yeah.
wave. And it's a thing that I tell my clients all the time. As my mentor told me, the waves of life are always going to come. If right now if it's a financial rut, if it's whatever it is, but then the difference is someone who's really excited to surf the waves and has also built up their toolbox. Maybe they got a surfboard or whatever to surf the waves. I like to say spiritual tools, but whatever works for you. Or someone who is letting themselves drown in the waves every time. And we get to choose. And it doesn't mean that it's not going to be challenging, but that's also part of us building our communities around us and accepting support too, because you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone going through this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
And so I have
Thank
another
you,
couple exercises that I will do with you after we jump off this call.
Okay.
But
Well, yeah, thank you for demonstrating some of your magic here.
I mean, it kind of just happened, I guess. And like, that's kind of the interesting thing too, because like we had a couple things written down of things that we were going to speak about and talk about today. And clearly God had another plan for us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think either of us anticipated that this was how this episode or this conversation was going to go.
No, I didn't. But when the emotions are coming up, you just gotta
And I cried right before we jumped on the call. So, we're kind of in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got to experience firsthand what it's like to have a session with me. You haven't really done a session like this with me before either. Like, I've done readings and stuff on you, but like an actual like shadow alchemy session, or like a healing, like a self healing session. And same with our listeners. So that was obviously meant to come through for people to kind of listen to. And it's meant to come through too, of just like, you don't have to do the work alone. Mm-hmm. And thank you for being vulnerable in your process, because I think a lot of people will relate to it too, the way that things kind of like come up. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, I am opening up spots for my deep dive, immersive, one-on-one container that I call Metamorphosis. And it's like an ongoing container where we do, and I work with doing energy work, empathic energy medicine, and shadow alchemy. And so part of like what we did today it's shadow work, that is shadow alchemy. So my work is for those who are ready to dive deeper into self-healing. It's not, my work is not a quick fix, I guess. Right. It's deep. It's really deep. It's transformational. It's something I've been working on a while. Something that I've been working on for myself for a while. And I still go through my own processes. Like, this session was just as much for me as it was for you. Mm-hmm. But it's deep soul work, deep self-healing, shadow work in a container of support, love, and guidance. I say it's a metamorphosis for the soul because it is deeply transformational after the time that we are working together. And that's why when I talk about, the ripple effect of healing, because when you heal yourself, you heal others and you heal the earth, and you don't have to be alone when you do this work. For me, when I took on a mentorship, my spiritual mentor, like that was life changing for me. That was one of, if not the best decision that I've ever made. It changed everything, but I still had to show up to do the work. I still had to be willing to do the work, and he was there as a guide and a support. But yeah, if anyone's interested to know more about that, you can check out my page at Mariposa Moonchild and just send me a DM, and we can connect over that, because I am opening up some spots for that, and it's going to be really, really awesome, really transformative. I'm really excited to do this work because it's what my soul is meant to do. And
And you've had so much transformation too, since you have been working with this other person that you have kind of, since you even started the program with this other person that's been doing it this year. You know, you have had so much transformation, and like you've done more training on different things, and so I can only imagine that the next few people that you're taking on for this one-on-one extended container, it's gonna be like even more powerful.
It's gonna be big. I can feel it. So yeah, please, if that resonates with you, reach out to me on my page or my email and get in contact with me. We can talk about it a little bit more if it's something that you resonate with. I feel like there is more that I was supposed to say on it, but I don't know. No.
Yeah. I think that's good. Okay. All right. Anything else before we wrap? Got to
No.
metamorphosis?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for listening to me cry, everyone. Hey. No, it's all good. I actually don't really mind. I don't know. I don't mind it. I have an easy time with certain things, which is good. But yeah, it's just funny. It is kind of funny to me though that like all of this stuff is just like out there in the world and forever.
Yeah.
But it's also fine because it's like if you if you care to go through and listen, then yeah, fuck yeah, take all my vulnerability and tears. I don't care. But anyway, no, just as now having a podcast for like 8 months and just knowing that as time goes on, it's like, oh, it's just out there. Just out there. But it's funny. Anyway, that was my rant. Okay, please follow me on Instagram at interdimensional.astrophysics. Putting some cool downloads up there. Yeah, and I found a recent video that I posted about the universe being one half of an equation. It was just so funny. Yeah, well, it was just so funny how I was like guided to that. I have a lot of voice memos on my phone because I sing and I record. Sometimes I record downloads. I'm always recording me singing, whatever, random things. And I was flying back from Florida a few days ago and bored on the plane, whatever. I was like looking at my voice memos, and I was just kind of I clicked one random one that they save as like the street name that you're on usually. And I clicked one random one from like early 2022. And what's funny was that it started off, I know that I meant to send it to you. I think I probably did send it to you at the time, because a lot of times I will send my download voice memos in just like the disappearing ones or whatever. And I think I was like, I started off that voice memo with, I'm sending this in a proper voice memo because I want to save this for later because this was a good download. And bam, a year and a half later, I just found it and I was like, oh my God, I can make something of this. And then I turned it into a reel. Anyway, so go check that out. Thanks. And follow us at the Orphic Podcast on Instagram. And also subscribe to our YouTube. Every episode is on YouTube with video. So subscribe to us over there. We appreciate it. And leave a review, leave a rating. Tell someone all the things. Help us out, Help a sister out.
Yeah. I mean, please subscribe to us on Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen. If you haven't subscribed already, leave a review, please. It really, really helps us out, especially if you resonate with our content. That's pretty much the biggest thing that can help us out.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing that. Same with, subscribe to our YouTube to help us grow, and leave a review. Holy cow. A review there if you're able to. And follow me on Mariposa Moonchild, and please reach out to me if it sounds like this work resonates with your soul. If you feel like you're ready to dive in deeper, do the transformational work, work through your shadows, move through that. If you're ready for that, and to have a container of love and support along the way, please reach out to me. We can see if you're a good fit for the program. And thank you so much for being here. Like, we love and appreciate you guys so much for being on this journey with us.
Yeah, for real. Okay, well, we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.